That brings us to our main speaker for this afternoon. He needs absolutely no introduction from me, except to say that on behalf of the Belfast National Graves Association, he's very, very welcome. Please welcome the President of Sinn Féin, Gerry Adams.
Well, J.D. Vicarja, this is a Mitchell McLaughlin length speech, so I hope you're all comfortable. You'll know I'm getting the blame of everything this weather, so I'm going to take the blame of the good weather. And Cahi Mayara ar dus, go well falcha mór rov agus tame han brodol, agus halan sasta, a shasov and shaw live and you, ar donach the casca, the swinav or our gomradaha, a hui rowing, agus a canchwi and taki. Is Kevinyan and Medj a hug our lekra kroga, or son Searshan na Chira Shaw, and Medj a Kyle shade. Cudgeon Shaw Lynn, nur a bean fibana ugging, no nur a bean wedge triekta. Easter Sunday, my friends, is a very special day, especially here in Belfast. It's a day to remember, to honour, and to celebrate all those Republicans who gave their lives in the struggle for Irish freedom and justice. Belfast Republicans are proud of our patriot dead. We are proud of their families. We are proud of our struggle, and we're proud of our history. Belfast is where the United Irish men and women committed to ending the connection with Britain. This is a city where James Connolly organised the working men and women, and particularly the women, against sweatshop exploitation in the mills. In 1916, he went from the Falls Road to join with the Irish Volunteers, the Citizen Army, Cumann na Món, and Na Fianna to take on the might of the British Empire. This is the city where Sean McDermott joined the Irish Republican Brotherhood. This is the city where Countess Markievicz founded Na Fianna Éireann. This is the city visited by Padraig Pearse and the leaders of the 1916 Rising as they worked with County Antrim Gaelgery and Home Rulers before going on to become Republicans. This is the city of Maura Drum and of the other brave Sinn Féin activists. The city of Mairead Farrell and Dorothy Maguire and all the other patriotic women of our time. Sa Cahar Shaw, a Lassul, Splunk na Saoirse, tá sé bio, Brenwer and Gal go foil. This, friends, is the city of Bobby Sands and Joe McDonnell and Kieran Doherty and all their brave freedom fighter comrades in the Irish Republican Army, and we honour them all. In particular, we honour those who lie in these Republican plots and in this cemetery. They're not just heroes or heroines. They are our friends, our comrades, our neighbours, our family members. Like the men and women of 1916, they knew the dangers they faced. They knew the military capacity of the British state and the subservience of sections of the Irish political establishment and the media. But they were determined to bring about change, to end centuries of British government involvement in Ireland and to construct a republic. That goal is yet to be achieved. Ireland is still partitioned. Economic recession, north and south, means that nearly 500,000 citizens are out of work. And the Irish government, as we saw again this week, continues to bail out its friends and cronies in the banking system and the golden circle of property developers and speculators. NAMA gets precedence over citizens while our public services are sliced and poverty and emigration increases. There is no more urgent time than this to promote our Republican politics. to mention na fihes she conte faragach, tegen wid shin, tam widjina farajach fosta, maris party majina a will lontaha a mask na dini, a mask and fubble, or fud and cheer a shaw. Friends, there's no better time to be demanding that citizens have the right to a home, to a safe environment, to good quality education and health care, and to a job. There's no better time than this to campaign for a real republic, to campaign for a united Ireland. And here in Belfast, republicanism and this generation of Irish Republicans is stronger, more experienced, and better supported than at any time in the history of our city. And Irish reunification and Republican politics have never been more clearly in demand to advance and defend citizens' rights. I believed that when I joined the Republican struggle in the 1960s. I believe it today. Over 40 years ago, in the summer of 1969, progressive citizens of Belfast made a stand against the Orange State and in support of the beleaguered people of Derry. And I was there. I was also in Ballymurphy in 1970 when citizens there engaged in one of the first acts of mass resistance since partition. And in all of that time since then, many ordinary people made extraordinary sacrifices and displayed great courage in pursuit of freedom and justice and Irish unity. And I am very, very proud to have been part of all of that. During this phase, some of us had to leave our families and our homes, to go on the run, to adopt many ruses, to go under false names. We relied totally on the support of the people to protect us. And we, in turn, protected the people as best we could. We did not divulge their names, their roles, their actions. That is still my position. That was the bond of comradeship and loyalty which was forged between us. And let no one think that I will bend to the demands of anti-Republican elements or their allies in a hostile section of the media on this issue. I am also very conscious of the human cost of the war and of the great hurt inflicted by Republicans. I have acknowledged this many times and acknowledged my regret many times, and I do so at this Oit Snefa, this holy spot today. There are victims and citizens who want to know the truth about what happened to loved ones during the conflict. That is their right. I cannot demand, and we cannot demand, truth for victims of British terrorism, collusion, or unionist terror without supporting the same right for victims of Republican actions. And that is why, friends, Sinn Féin supports the establishment of an effective, independent and international truth recovery process. And I certainly would be prepared to be part of such a process, and I would encourage others to participate.